So toast, fellas. Hard to paint.
Cocktail players.
How you doing? Welcome to episode number 11 of Hard to Paint Real Talk with my hosts,
White Boy Dave,
Crispin Alapag,
Cedric Bello,
and our guest host,
Ready Freddy.
The
adventurous Ready Freddy at that.
So today on episode 11, we're going to be discussing the legalization of marijuana and how it's affected, our society as a whole.
Well, I went to Paul Revere Junior High in Los Angeles and Palisades High, where 2020 actually came in, and they said we had a drug epidemic. People were smoking pot in the 80s before it was popular, before Dr. Dre came out with the Chronic, and it was popular. I remember when I was a kid, there was only two kinds of weed, stress and endo.
That's it.
Now there's millions of kinds of marijuana. You go to a marijuana dispensary that I heard of, and I don't smoke weed. It's been over 25 years since I smoked marijuana. It used to make me tired, lackadaisical, and lazy, but that's just me. Some people get very creative. Some people, they use it for medical reasons because of pain and in order to go to sleep or to suppress their appetite. Me personally, I don't use marijuana, but I don't think it's a drug that you actually, when you take it, you're gonna actually die from. You'll pass out, Right. Now, I do think it is a feeder drug. I think people who smoke marijuana will start maybe smoking hash, which is stronger than marijuana.
Like a gateway, it's a gateway.
And then they might even try something a little bit more, like an ecstasy or an acid, and then they might go to cocaine.
Right.
And then once they're on cocaine, they start hitting that glass dick, like Ready Freddy. Then they escalate up to heroin. I'm not saying everyone is like that, but I do see it as sometimes people want something stronger, and a lot of people smoke marijuana to get away from their problems.
And for me, growing up playing sports in high school and in college, really, I smoke cigars now, but when I was younger, it just wasn't something I did. I was trying to, my main goal was to try to play pro sports, and for me, it just wasn't an option. A lot of my friends would offer me to, smoke weed or do this or do that, and for me, it just wasn't an option. I'd say, no, I'm cool. I don't roll like that. I don't do that. And they'd always tell me, hey, we respect you. We know you play sports and you play basketball and track and everything. And for me, it's just never been something I've done. But I do know a lot of people that do it. Not to judge anybody, because I know that there are some medicinal benefits to it. Technically, it's organic, so it's not something that's chemically altered. And I don't know of any cases of anybody dying from it.
Maybe fall asleep at the wheel or something.
Maybe so. And a lot of states have started to legalize it. And I think part of the legalization of it is because a lot of the underground economy were making money from it for a long time. So now the government kind of sees that, hey, well, we can get a big piece of this pie. If you looked at the taxes of the sale of marijuana per state in particular areas, it's millions and millions and millions of dollars. And so I think the legalization of it has changed because of the profit.
In the words of the great Nate Dogg, smoke weed every day. But I'm gonna tell you like this: weed. The only thing I'll say about marijuana is this: I used to smoke. I used to smoke it. Oh, I smoked it. Smoked it for a long time, but I just got tired of smoking it. Because, like he said, like the honky was saying, sometimes you can smoke a lot of weed and you're never gonna get that weed, that same high you got from the first time you smoked the weed. So you gotta smoke pounds and pounds and weed, keep smoking.
Now they got weed that's real strong.
Well, they got some strong, they got different types of weed now. I mean, I don't know, but how that works. But I know weed have saved people lives. They actually had these two nuns on the internet, I don't know if anybody's seen it out there, that they smoke weed, they're like in their 70s, they grow it, they sell it, and their proceeds go to the people to help people that's in the countries to get them food, water, stuff like that. They grow right there in the country, which is a really bomb thing, I think, that the nuns are doing that. And they smoking on it too. My thing is, your preference. You smoke weed, smoke weed. Because I ain't never seen nobody smoke weed, like you said, bother anybody, get in an car accident, or die from smoking weed. Matter of fact, the only thing is, you can't retain information very well because you have short-term memory loss.
What about being lazy? Like, I know a lot.
It does make them very like.
I know a lot of people that do smoke weed. I'm not saying this for everyone, but they don't wake up early in the morning. They don't go look for the job. They're kind of take day by day, whatever happens day to day. They live by paycheck to paycheck. And there's a lot of people that I have seen, and from my own experience, it makes them lackadaisical and lazy. And it doesn't make them think about the future because they smoke weed, Because I remember when I smoked weed, I don't know, this is 25 years ago, it felt like a screen was in front of my face and I'd see every zit on my face. It kind of like just emphasized the whole situation. And then the buzz is a little buzz. It's an actual buzz you would get. Well, and I'd go to sleep, and then a lot of people will smoke so much weed till they go to sleep. Like, why spend all this money on weed if you're gonna go to sleep?
Yeah, and I'm seeing that as well. I know a lot of people that smoke weed, and they are very laid back, really just, hey, what's up, Chris? And on the flip side of it, they say for a lot of artists and everything that it actually makes you think in a different way and helps you to write, or it increases your creativity, and like I said, to each his own. For me, with the legalization of marijuana, my kids know that my wife and I, we don't do any drugs. We've never done any drugs, and we try to push that to our children. In today's society, it's acceptable, and so for me, I push to my kids, it's not acceptable. It's not something that we do. How do you guys feel about that with your kids?
Well, with the kids, my daughter went to Palisades also, and she smoked pot for a while. I think she outgrew it. She might every once in a while maybe smoke some weed. I'm not sure, but I don't think she's every day smoking weed.
Yeah.
Now, another reason why I'm not too fond of weed is because it dries your mouth up. But in my case, Miss Bello, her vagina it would not stay wet, because the marijuana would actually dry up her vaginal cavity, so it would be a little rough during intercourse.
Well, at least my mom's smoking weed, and she ain't smoking crack cocaine.
Okay.
Like his mother. But from the great poet Freddy, who doesn't have a lot to say. He's a Jamaican. He can talk to us and tell us exactly how it is. That's how he stays hard all the time.
Right. He's always ready.
He's always ready. Smoking on that ganja. To all my Rastafarians out there. You know what I'm saying? But it's a topic that you can talk about on and on and on. They might as well legalize it and tax like they do it everywhere else.
Colorado is real big. They make a lot of money.
They make a lot of money.
They do. I think probably
it's coming to California.
The only drawback about it is that a lot of these places that sell it, they're like a bank, so people are robbing them.
Yeah.
Like they're banks, because they go in there with machine guns and they rob the place and take all the weed and then flip it and sell it on the street. And so it's you have to treat it accordingly. It's like having money.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of weed, I don't know how it works, but if you have a lot of weed in a particular location and you have one security guard that's unarmed, it's probably not a good idea. It's probably not a smart thing to do. But it's 2016. A lot of things are changing in our society.
It's really interesting because in the feds, Chris, the federal government, the DEA is against marijuana. Yeah. So they said you cannot have marijuana. But the states are letting you have these dispensaries and so forth. So a lot of these people are setting up shop with these dispensaries, and the DEA is coming in and hitting them.
Right.
It's kind of like
I've heard that.
It's kind of interesting. I mean, it's like damned if you do, damned if you do. I'm trying to follow the state laws, but the government, the federal laws supersede the state.
Yeah.
Can we take a moment to give our sponsors a shout out? Monte Cristo Cigars, one of the best in the business, and also Michelada Cups. Get you a Michelada Cup. Have a good time.
So also we have another sponsor. You haven't heard it in a while, but Good Fred's oil. The new Good Fred's oil does not turn your hair red. Good Fred, thank you. Western and you want to tell them the rest of the street? 54th it is.
51st.
So thanks for watching episode 11 of Hard in the Paint Real Talk. Again, if you have any comments or any topics that you'd like us to discuss, be sure to leave it on the comments on our Facebook or on YouTube. So again, thanks for watching with my hosts,
White Boy Dave,
Crispin Alapag,
Cedric Bello, baby,
and our guest host, Freddy.
Freddy.
We appreciate your time and thanks for watching. Have a good day.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Peace out.
Wiggle, wiggle.